Labour says a mansion tax on homes worth more than £2 million would come into force by next year if the party wins the general election. The Shadow Chancellor Ed Balls has told BBC London that a Labour government would legislate for the tax in its first year and have that revenue coming in the first 3 months of 2016. Boris Johnson told us today that the proposal represents a tax on London. Here's our political editor, Tim Donovan.
In estate agents' windows in Stanmore, not many homes for sale at £2 million. But in other parts of London, there are plenty.
But the key thing is not to eat them very often, but to enjoy them when you do.
And he could soon be ensuring their owners are paying £250 a month in mansion tax. In fact, he made clear today that could be very soon.
What we are seeking to do is legislate for it in our budget after the general election. Clearly, I will be advised by the Treasury exactly what the timetable needs to be, but this will be affecting a small number of properties across London.
Will it be next year, though?
And it is our intention to have the tax introduced and the revenues coming in this financial year before the end of March 2016, because there's an immediate need now for doctors and nurses.
The idea is to get the priciest homes to help fund a better health service. The tax would be levied on properties valued last autumn at over £2 million. So by one estimate, that's 78,000 homes in London. It's thought the capital would account for 80% of the homes affected in the UK, which explains the main line of attack from opponents.
It's a punitive approach for London, and it will hit people on low, moderate incomes who cannot afford that annual payment.
What polling there's been suggests the mansion tax is actually reasonably popular, certainly more so out of London, but inside the capital too. Yet the number of people directly affected by it could have an impact in the election, certainly in close fought seats like this one, Hendon. The Lib Dems thought of the mansion tax first, but now say their version is fairer.
We're asking for people who so happen to live in homes worth, for instance, between £2 million and £2.5 million. We're simply asking them to make another £2,000 a year contribution to make sure that we balance the books and balance the books fairly.
What may be easing some Labour concerns in London about the possible electoral impact is that most of the high-value properties affected are in constituencies they don't hope to win. But will things work out like that?
Well, we can talk to Tim now. What's your view then as to whether the mansion tax could cost Labour votes in London?
Well, the Conservatives certainly hope so. The issue is prominent on their leaflets. It has to be said. I suspect it's not so prominent on the leaflets of many Labour candidates. I think there are seats like Westminster North and Hampstead where these votes could count more or most if they are indeed to be lost because of this policy. But Labour are hoping that they put in these kind of mitigating measures and they can get these across, that you don't pay this until death, you can defer it, and that this threshold of value, 2 million, will go up every year in line with prices. Things that they know they've been picking up on the doorstep have been giving voters concern.
OK, Tim, thank you. Our political editor, Tim Donovan.